Good morning. It's Danielle and Brian on our way to pick up Patty from the butcher. Those of you who have followed us know that we take our cows pretty far away. We found a place out near Paris, Texas. Cobb's Meat Processing. That's who we love. That's who we choose to use. So we make the trek to get our meat from there, and we are going to take you along for the ride. We got our coolers, our boxes, all the stuff. What was Patty's hanging weight?
500 and some pounds.
Okay.
500 plus.
Patty is she was Marigold was her mama. So that's brown Swiss Jersey. And her papa was Angus. And our first ever cow was that breed.
Yep.
And it was our best so far.
Yes.
Our favorite mixture.
Yep. This will be a good year.
So we're excited to get Patty back because Snowball, our last one, was like a mutt, and he tasted great. He tasted better than store meat.
Yeah, I mean, we had some T-bones last night, and they were delicious.
But not the same as our first cow.
Definitely not as tender. The steaks aren't as tender.
Right.
We're hoping that the Black Angus meat will be more tender.
Yes. And I have kept a detailed log of everything that we spent on Patty. So I can give you a complete breakdown of what the cost was per pound from our cow. Now, I think we may do things a little different next time around. Patty's going to be a little bit pricey, but still probably cheaper than store meat.
But we also fed a really high dollar feed.
Right, that's what I was going to say. We chose a higher dollar feed with Patty to make her very yummy, but we didn't need to. So I don't want anyone to be discouraged when I go over pricing. Like, you can do it for a lot cheaper than what we do it for.
Right. The next one will be.
And I think we will for, the next ones. The next ones are going to be, they're Belfairs. They're going to be smaller, and so I'm not sure that putting the money into the feed is going to be the wisest choice with the little ones. So I think we're going to go cheap on the little ones and see what we come out at. But, so we're going to take you to go get the meat. We'll take it home, we'll unpack it all, show it to you. And then next week, the end of this video will be next week. I'll sit down with my spreadsheet and we'll go over it all. So, let's do it.
All right, so we just got back with all the meat from Patty, and from initial thoughts, looks like we did pretty good.
She's a pretty color.
Yeah, we got that.
Very deep red.
Well, not just that. We got the orange again.
The beta carotene.
And we thought
the grass.
We thought last time that the orange was bad when we butchered Mo. We did not see that with Snowball, but let me tell you that the meat, that's a good sign.
It's a Jersey thing, I think I read.
Yeah, it's a really good sign. And I think this is going to be a good year of meat right here.
So let's weigh it out, put it away, and then we'll come back next week and do final thoughts.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, we have run the numbers.
We ran them.
I ran the numbers.
She ran them.
We've butchered 3 cows now.
Yep. Yep, this is number 3.
I didn't keep good track of our first one, but Patty cost a total of $2,962. That was almost $2,000 of that was her feed.
Right, which we fed her top-notch feed. Couldn't get any better feed.
She was an experiment, basically, because our last cow, Snowball, cost a little more than $1,200 to feed.
Right.
So we knew going into this that we were going to spend more to feed Patty.
Yep.
As an experiment.
Right, but we didn't have to buy Patty. Patty came from Marigold, so we had to buy Snowball.
Then we had some vet bills with Patty because she'd gotten sick when she was younger.
Yep. We didn't even think Patty was going to make it early on. So Patty was definitely given to us because she wasn't supposed to make it. The vet even said to me, I did everything I could. You're just going to have to take her home.
Mm-hmm. So that was $200, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
And then the cost of butchering Patty was more than Snowball.
Yep.
It was $818.
Right, because butchering fees went up.
I don't think so. She was about 45 pounds more hanging weight.
Oh, okay.
Then Mo was so far our largest hanging weight.
He was also a Black Angus boy.
Right.
So.
But I'm just saying, Mo was 598 hanging weight.
Wow.
Snowball was 521.
Yep.
Patty was 566.
Okay. So we got to get an average going.
And we received back the most poundage with Patty. So at first glance, you would say that extra feed helped.
Right.
Because we got back 421 pounds and almost 422 pounds.
Okay.
With Snowball, we got 407 pounds back.
Okay.
So based on the cost and the pounds of everything that we got back, we spent $7.02 a pound for Patty.
Nice. That's great. Because you're talking short ribs. You're not talking just ground beef.
But that's also counting in the bones and fat.
Right.
So,
right.
But still.
See, that to me, though.
But that's how we figure it.
Right.
For the whole cow, it was $7 a pound.
I'd like to know how much it was just the beef itself.
But to do that, you would have to take out all the bones and fat, which were part of what you got back.
Right. But also...
So it's just better for us to figure it out.
$15 a pound.
You didn't spend $15 a pound.
Right. So even without the bones and fat, it might have been 10 a
Maybe,
pound.
yes.
Maybe. But you're talking New York strips, ribeyes, roast,
Filet mignons.
You're talking short ribs. You're talking beef brisket. Like, there's a ton of good meals in there that are normally, if you go down to the store and buy a filet mignon, which isn't even the same filet mignon,
right.
that we would get here. You're talking like probably $20 a pound. 15, at least probably 17, 18 a pound, if not more. I haven't checked. But I seen the price of ground beef the other day at like 7 something a pound down here at the store. And that was for the fatty, junky
Cheap
ground
stuff,
beef.
right.
Yep. I think there was 2 point some pounds in a package for $17.
So what I found interesting though is when I broke it down, I do a whole spreadsheet, cuts and everything. When I broke it down, because at first glance you're like, oh wow, we got more back. It was good. It looks like a lot of what we got back was more fat and bones. So I'm not sure that paying for the better feed did anything meat-wise.
Right.
Because with Snowball, we got back almost the exact same amount of ground beef as Snowball.
Yep.
But then we got 15 more pounds of bones.
Okay.
And 7 more pounds of fat.
Okay. That to me is not bad at all.
Okay, but we got 10 pounds less skirt steak.
Okay.
9 pounds less ribeye.
Okay. So that's okay, but we must have made it up somewhere else because that's already less. That's already more pounds.
We got more brisket, which is the fatty stuff again.
Right. But it's brisket. It's supposed
We
to be
got
fatty.
a little more T-bones.
Great.
But no, overall, the added cost of the feed doesn't look like it paid for it.
I totally agree with that, but it's not bad.
I'm not upset.
Like, I'm super happy with what we got.
I wouldn't want it any other way. It would have been nice to save
Yeah.
$400 or $500 more dollars.
And most likely, Snowball being a weird breed, he wasn't chunky. Like, he wasn't fatty. His meat was not as tender by far than Mo, our first cow. And so far, I can taste a huge difference in the meat.
I agree with you.
Because we've already cooked up some of this ground beef, and it's way different. It tastes way different. Like,
Right.
I didn't realize how different it tasted. Probably because we were out of ground beef between Mo and Snowball, our first 2 cows.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we cooked some of this ground beef compared to Snowball, there's not even a comparison. I mean, the meat is, and it has that beta carotene, the oranging around the fat that we didn't have before. Also, that we thought on our first cow was a bad thing, but it was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
The oranging, it's actually orange. Some of the fat's like orange, which is not a bad thing at all. So I'm seeing the difference in the quality of the meat.
So when we look back at our first cow, which we knew nothing about, and we did not take to Cobb's, even though we should have.
Yeah.
And looking at the 3 cows again by cut on the spreadsheet,
Yep.
I can see everything we didn't get from our first cow.
Yep.
So they gave us a lot of ground beef. There's no complaints there, the first cow. But in comparing numbers, we only got 5 pounds of short ribs back from them.
Yeah, our short ribs were almost nothing, and he was a huge cow. How many short ribs did we get back from this one?
From Patty, we got 22 pounds of short ribs.
22 pounds.
Same cow, but he was a boy. Same mom, same breed of dad.
Yeah.
As Mo.
Like, something's wrong.
Right.
When you're getting 5 pounds of short, and we just thought, oh, that's normal because it was our first cow. But then Snowball, we got back what? 20 some pounds of short ribs too, right?
Mm-hmm. 24.
So you don't go from 5 pounds and then 22 pounds and then 20 some pounds again.
Right.
Because if anything, Snowball would have had less short ribs.
I agree. So then this was very interesting to me. And I wanted to wait again until we did Patty, who was the same breed as Mo.
Right.
Because I thought we'd get a better comparison.
To get a real comparison, like cow for cow. Yep.
So we got back 6.5 pounds of rump roast from Patty.
Yep.
We got none from Mo. They never gave us the rump roast.
Wow.
We got 12 pounds of T-bones from Patty.
Yep.
We got none from Mo. They took all of our T-bones.
Well, no, we had our T-bones separated.
Into what?
They cut them into fillets and New York strips.
Mm-mm.
So we didn't make it up in the fillets and New York strips either, because we told them to cut our T-bones.
They did not give us those.
And then we decided we wanted them the last couple times.
We got 15 pounds of shoulder arm roast with Patty. We didn't get that with Mo.
Nothing?
No, I mean maybe they made it into ground beef.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have. You should not grind that kind of meat. That's good meat.
And the Pike's Peak, which I don't know what it is some kind of roast.
Yeah.
We got 7.5 pounds from Patty. We got nothing from Mo.
What did we get this time?
7.5 pounds from Patty.
Oh, from Patty. All right.
But with Mo, we didn't get any of that. So with Mo, we didn't get rump roast, T-bone, shoulder arm roast, or Pike's Peaks.
Did we make it up somewhere?
We had a little more ground beef, not a lot.
Yeah, but that's not where you make it up. Ground beef is ground beef. Like
everything else was in line.
Well, that's a lot of ground beef, though. But why so much more ground beef?
There's only 40 pounds more ground beef.
40 pounds, though.
He was a big boy, though. I think that you're missing the fact that he was bigger than Patty.
Right, which means we should have had way more roast than
his hanging weight was 600 pounds.
Yeah.
So that ground beef was legitimate ground beef.
Right, but we didn't make it up.
But they did not give us back.
Either,
we got back almost 100 pounds less than Patty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though he was bigger than Patty by 100 pounds.
Right. And we found out that after that there was a little bit of talk in the local area of that
they were selling people's
meat was.
Yeah, he was 100 pounds more, almost, than Patty, and we got back almost 100 pounds less.
Right.
Than Patty.
So we lost some of our meat.
We lost some good roast, it looks like, and steaks. Yeah.
Well, and see. If I'm not saying that they did take some.
We can't prove that.
But if you're gonna take it, what are you gonna take? You're not gonna take ground beef.
Right.
You're gonna take steak and roast.
Especially knowing that we didn't know what we were supposed to be getting.
Yeah, they knew.
But I keep record of everything. So now that we've done it 3 times, I can know what I'm talking about.
Right, and we can almost know for sure, like something happened.
Right, they didn't even just skim some of it.
Right.
They just didn't give us whole sections of our cow back.
Right. We were missing whole sections of our cow.
Right.
And T-bones, that's filet. I'm pretty sure it's filet and New York strip, which are 2 of your best cuts of filet. You can get major money for that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I mean, if you are going to take something, why not take the expensive stuff, right?
I guess. But overall, again, great experience with Patty.
Oh, man. Cobb's.
We'll put their address down in the description if you're East Texas local.
Yep, the first one we took, we're not going to say where we took it because that's not who we are. We're just going to leave it out.
Yep.
Let it be what it's going to be because they won't get our business again. But Cobb's, we're not talking about Cobb's.
Cobb's has been
Cobb's has been since... We've had 2 cows there now, and by far we said we'll see you for our next cow.
Yep, and they're going to work with Joshua to butcher his cows for sale.
His cows, so.
And then next year we're going to have our bell fairs, which is going to be a whole new experience. Yep. I'm interested to see what kind of meat comes from a bell fair.
Yeah, me too. Yep, it's supposed to be really good meat. So. We'll see.
But we've been eating the ground beef from Patty.
Oh,
superb.
Man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we tried our first ground beef yesterday.
Way better than Snowball. Breed makes a difference. It just does.
It sure does. It was another thing. We were told Snowball was a Charolais, but he wasn't. So.
And we're not our meat needs to taste like being that it's homegrown meat, it still tastes great. Like to me, it's better than grocery store meat.
The steaks were what they were. They weren't quite as tender, but they were good.
They were great.
I'm not complaining because over store-bought steak,
right?
Like I'm just spoiled at this point.
Right. And like the woman Amber at Cobb said, when I was like, buying store-bought meat and stuff is so gross, and she's like, because it's probably like 50 cows ground into.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting one cow when you get your ground beef. You're getting.
Yeah, you're just getting whatever.
A mixture of whatever.
Into the grinder.
If it's beef.
Well, right. And what are they grinding?
Right.
Is it really?
I don't know, y'all. If you don't get your meat from a ranch or somewhere local, I will tell you that I had to cook store-bought meat not that long ago. Yeah. And it's not right. There's something not right.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not the same.
It's not right.
I don't know what it is, but it's definitely. I don't know what they're feeding them. Maybe they're feeding them something. I'm sure they're just feeding them cheap stuff.
I don't know. I don't know that you can get that big of a difference just based on the feed.
I don't know.
It's not even the right texture.
Well, we'll let you know next time because we're going with cheap feed next time, and we're going to see how that works out.
Because
we don't feel like it's worth throwing, $15 a bag feed at our cows. So I think we're going with the $10 a bag.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we're going to save some money. So,
because how many bags did we get through?
So much feed. Man. We spent almost $2,000 to feed Patty.
And we could have cut that in the third, which would have been what, about $1,200? Somewhere around there?
I'm thinking that if we would have fed her for what we fed Snowball for, it was $1,200.
$1,200. Yeah, because we fed him the cheaper stuff.
So I would have rather have gotten her back for $700 less.
Okay, so next time we'll know if it's the feed or not, because if we feed the cheap feed and then we get the meat that's just mediocre, then we know that it was the feed.
No, I don't think that's what happened.
We'll find out. We'll let you know next year.
We will. Come back for more.
Yep.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.